I'm so excited for this, Megan. Thank you for doing this today. We're doing a little case study today with one of our students here at Love Natural. And so, Megan, I just want to start this by just asking you, tell us a little bit more about you, like where you're from, like what's your business like? Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Megan. I work here in Lubbock. Um, I've been doing hair for about almost 6 years. It's crazy to think about.
Right, it
Um,
flies by, huh? When you're like,
yes,
oh my gosh.
yes. About a year and a half ago, I went clean and natural, um, and changed all my products and color line, and just have been loving that since. And yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Well, kind of tell me what what prompted you to schedule that initial discovery call kind of thing and think about doing like mentorship with Love Natural? Like what was that like deciding factor for you?
Yeah. I had kind of gone through a season of is this even is this business what I want to do? And kind of had decided it's what I wanted to do, but had lost some motivation and just vision for my business and knew I needed something. I needed help and just some support to continue to grow my business where I wanted it to go. And didn't really feel like I had all the tools I needed to achieve that. And so I knew this would be a great program for me. Um, and yeah, just felt like it was exactly what I needed.
Awesome. I love what you said there, like the support, it's like we do get at a point in I know that it was so true for me. It's like I got to like a certain point where I was like, like we're entrepreneurs, like we're hairstylists, like we do this because we want to work for ourselves, we want to be independent. But there is only so much of like aloneness that you can do. I think, especially in this industry too, where it's like you have to like at some point, I think reach out for support. If you really want to have like an just like an expedited like growth, if you will. It's like yeah, you can do it on your own, like sure, but that's really hard, like and it can take a lot more time where it's like having that support, having a coach like almost like quantum leaps you, to like that next step without you having to spend, years trying to figure things out.
Yes.
Awesome. So kind of tell us like you kind of like touched on it like briefly, but like what was your business like before like starting the mentorship program?
um, yeah, I didn't have a lot of vision for it. I had an idea of some things I'd like to do. Um, but just felt like I didn't have the basic tools to take steps towards my goals. Um, and so I felt like I was just kind of in this weird limbo. I don't know, didn't have any, yeah, just vision or goals to move towards.
Awesome. Yeah, we all kind of get stuck. We all kind of get in that spot of like, oh, what's the
Yeah.
step? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was like tell me what was your experience like, going through the Love Natural mentorship? Was it what you expected? Was it like more than you expected? Just totally different. Like kind of tell us about that and like what your like perspective was with it.
Yeah. Um, it was probably more than I expected. It was, yeah, exactly what I needed. Um, I felt like it helped me so much with um, creating systems. I didn't realize how much I needed that and how much that was keeping me from, marketing myself and getting my name out there of I just would get stuck in this I don't want to be on social media all the time kind of thing. And so then I just wouldn't do it. And realizing there are systems I can put in place and ways that I can make it easier and that ways that actually work for me was amazing to learn. So yeah, getting to have all of that in place has been so amazing. Um, and I'm finally to the point where it's I'm seeing the fruit of that work. So that's been super exciting too. Um, yeah. So it's been awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. So how do you like if you could describe like how you felt about like marketing and, creating content like before entering the mentorship program, like how would you describe that? Like one word, one or two.
Yeah. Hmm. One word is hard, but
Or a sentence
um
or like just,
yeah, just like dreaded it. Yeah. Just like, oh, like there it doesn't seem fun. I have nothing to talk about. Like, what do I share about? That's a big thing of like having some vision for like what I want to share and creating passion about what I'm sharing. I did not have that before. So it made it like, what am I going to do? Share before and after? Like I'm tired of doing that. That doesn't tell anyone the kind of stylist I am, other than like, yeah, I can give you this hair, but I'm more than that.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that so much. So how would you, I mean, you kind of briefly talked about it, but how do you feel about it like now? Like, do you get like excited or is it just like, or because the system's there, it's like, oh, it's just easy for me to get in the flow without having to think about it. Like, what does it feel like for you now?
Yeah. Um, Much more exciting. I feel like I'm in a place where now I'm constantly thinking of like posts that I can make because it's so much more than a before and after. It's like, oh, I can share about my life and like, oh, I'm learning this. Like, I can turn that into a post, or someone's asking me for advice in the chair over and over. Oh, that can be a post. So, having this like excitement of things that can be a post that I enjoy and that are just like real to me instead of like just trying to pull something out of thin air
Right.
has been really good. And then just being able to like schedule those out and feel like I'm ahead of the game. Like, I think I've got 2 weeks worth of content like ready to go out. And so that feels so nice to be like, oh, during this phase of like, especially through my cycle, like it's all done for me and I don't have to worry about it right now. And then in 2 weeks, when I'm like back ready to grind, like I can do it again. So
Love
yeah,
it. Love
feels
it.
so great.
We love systems. And those like
Yes.
systems are like that masculine essence for us that lets us like just lean in so that our feminine can just like flow when it needs to. It's like, okay, I don't have to think about this. I can think about other things, it's because we've set ourselves up, so it's awesome. Yeah. Yay. Love hearing that. So kind of tell me, because I know that when you first started, it was like 2 weeks in and that's when like things started clicking for you of just like mostly with like, you were getting into the scalp treatments and then like starting to advertise, yourself like more authentically, like for you, which all of us is so different. So we all have like a unique voice, but you were able to find that like through the systems that I, gave to you. And you had mentioned at one point, like you had like a pretty big like uptick as far as like financial gains. Let's talk a little bit about that. So what was like that difference that you saw? And like how is it today too?
Yeah. So the first month, I saw $1,000 increase, which was just exciting and just a nice little nudge of like, okay, you're doing the right thing. Um, and then I'm on like should be about the same for this month. I think a little bit more than that. So that's super exciting.
Yay.
And more like bookings for scalp treatments have come in this month in particular. So that's felt super encouraging and just awesome. So yeah, I've noticed definitely my like schedule has been a little bit more like consistently booked. Um, Used to it was like 1 week of like super busy and then like 3 weeks of like pretty like slow. And this last month it's been like each week has been pretty consistent. Definitely you like have slower times, but yeah, it's been really encouraging to see.
That's awesome. So you weren't really booking a lot of scalp treatments before the mentorship, were you?
Yeah. No,
Awesome.
like maybe one a month.
Okay.
Um, and
And
I've
how many
had
do you have
3
scheduled?
or
Like,
4
oh,
this month. So definitely like over doubled
yeah,
what I was doing. So
that's
yeah.
awesome.
And lots of people, it's been super encouraging to see too. Like I've had a few people be like, okay, I've seen some stuff about this scalp treatment thing. Like, what is this about? So like even if they're not booking, like the questions are being asked and it's like the seed is being planted. And so that's super encouraging too.
Oh, love that. Oh, there's that fly. Did you see him like karate chop him?
Get him out of here.
I love that so much. I love that so much. Let's talk about like the more like I just want to get into like more in depth because it's like, there's the systems, everyone can have a system and like that will help their business. But I feel like with you in particular, like it was more than just like, oh, here's like a copy and paste of copies, and like here's like how you can like here's your post flow, or here's, like when we're getting into the depths of like the pillars and things of that sort. And it's more of just like a mindset, right? Like of just like that shift. So what was it for you? Like what was the shift for you that happened like through the Love Natural mentorship to like give you that maybe like boldness or, courage to like actually like speaking up for yourself and like showing up for yourself, via social media?
Yeah. Um, I think it just gave me the encouragement to like not think so. Like I have a big fear of judgment. And it gave me the encouragement to just be like, just post it. Like don't dwell on that. Don't think too hard about it. And I feel like getting to switch that has made a huge difference. And being able to be like, I'm just gonna post this. I'm not even gonna think about all the people that are gonna see it or like what they would say. And so I feel like that's really made it easy for me to like just post real stuff, you know?
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, meditations and like energy work definitely came into that and helped with that. But yeah, that mindset change of like, yeah, just yeah, have the audacity to post it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, have the audacity to do it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love that so much. And then one more little quick thing I wanted to like ask you about is like, so how have you noticed like, because you were doing, you had a little bit of knowledge on scalp treatments like before from what you've done like with, in-person classes and just like online learning and things of that sort. But what were the like how have your clients responded or how have like what have you noticed like while like in the scalp treatments that you're doing like have you noticed more like in depth with it or has it been an easier flow or like what's been the most exciting thing for you like to get out of like doing these scalp treatments?
Yeah. I'm really honing in on like meridians and like really trying to like retain all of that knowledge. And so I had a cool experience with a scalp treatment the other day of like just, we're talking about the scalp and where she has flare ups. She struggles with psoriasis and um, just like she was like, yeah, around my ear, it's typically where it flares up when I'm stressed. And I was like, oh, well, that's the triple warmer and blah blah blah. This is all about it. She was like, oh, that checks out. And then it was like we got to connect even more dots of like, oh yeah, here's how we can support that, and that's why it's flaring up. And just getting to connect all of that has been really awesome. So yeah, definitely like being able to have more knowledge around the meridians has helped me dive even deeper into like helping people with their symptoms.
I love that. We're not about quick fixes, like just covering
No.
the symptoms. It's like let's really get like some understanding here and that's what I love about this like community, it's like we're actually finding like really good, I don't want to say like we're diagnosing and treating because we can't say that as hairstylists,
Yeah.
but we are like putting these really big puzzle pieces together for people that, they just thought, oh, I just have had dandruff my whole life. Like that's just it, but it's like once they've made that or psoriasis, like that like connection, it's like, oh, within a few weeks, like things start going away, and you're like, hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
I wonder why.
Yeah, love it so much. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, is there anything else that you just want to share with the people, about your experience or your business or even like where to find you, your Instagram handle? Like share any,
Yeah.
like this is your stage now. Like
Okay.
tell us anything that you feel
Cool.
like on your heart to share.
Yeah, it's just been a great experience. I feel so much more excited about my business and passionate about what I'm doing that I didn't have before. But yeah, my Instagram is Wildflower Beauty with two Y's. And you can find me there. I'm pretty much that on anything. So I think that's like Facebook, Gmail, like my email, all of that. So
Oh,
yes,
yay. Yay, yay. Well, thank you so, so much
thank
for doing
you.
this.